Hey guys, we have today a knife review for once. Not an EC video, not an unboxing, but a knife review. But I'm sure there will be many more unboxings. Here, of course, we have a Delica 4 by Spyderco, a Chris Reeve knife, Stabenza 21 large, and of course here in the middle, which you guys can probably already safely assume by the title, Spyderco Military. This one in particular is the carbon fiber variant, peel ply carbon fiber with a BG-42 blade. This is a more rare model, so this review may be, this review is based on this particular model only, not the G10 one, so if that's the one you guys are looking for and what you're getting into, this will only be relations to it, not an exact review on those G10 ones, because that might, feel different and the steel may act different than that of BG-42, and of course the carbon fiber handles here. But aside from that, I'll be telling you all about the utility of this knife and pretty much how it feels and works, how you'll feel with any military. So, getting to it, specs as always, I'll be taking it out of the 2010 Spyderco catalog. This is just for your typical military. The overall length on this is 9.5 inches. The blade length is 4 inches. That's including the finger choil there. So the actual blade length on it is 3 11/16 inches. Closed on this is 5.5 inches. So this is a huge knife. The weight on the regular production military with G10 is 4.2 ounces. I did weigh this on my scale and I got about the same results. So that kind of boggled me a little bit. That even with the carbon fiber, it weighed about the same. But then again, Spyderco or my scale here can be a little inaccurate, so maybe it is lighter, but then again, I'm not sure. I figured G10 would be heavier, but according to my scale, this is just about 4.1 ounces. This is a user, and I've been using it a lot. Getting into it, I mean, like I said, this knife is big. The large Stabenza is big compared to the small Stabenza, and the military here just shrinks the large Stabenza, as you guys can see. I mean, blade-wise, the large Stabenza is just about the same length as the military. Trying to get that for you guys. But as far as the handle goes, I mean, it just completely shrinks it. If I can post those up next to each other somehow, so you guys can see. We got about that much hanging off past the large Stabenza. So this is a big knife. In comparison to the Delica, obviously just completely shrinks the Delica. Handle-wise too, the handle on this is just huge. So if you have monster hands, I mean, this knife's for you. Just in a regular grip, I got probably 2 or 3 more finger space on the handle there. And that's just regular comfortable grip. Choking up brings me up even more. I got like half the handle exposed when I'm choking up on the knife. The choking on the finger choil, it's a bit small in my opinion. I mean, if you see the Sage series and the Native 4, the finger choil is much bigger than that of the military and the paramilitary. So that's one thing I kind of don't like. I mean, it doesn't affect performance and I could still get my fingers in there. I just prefer the larger finger choils of that of the Sage and the Native 4. Overall, this thing feels really good in the hand, with the handle being so big. Peel ply carbon fiber. It does have a G10 sort of texture. The way the peel ply works is, I don't know the exact material they put over it, but as you can see, this doesn't look quite like your normal carbon fiber that you see on the Cricket or that of the Stabenza here. It doesn't have that like high polished glossy finish with all the little carbon fiber threaded squares, or it's not quite as visible. Basically, the reason for that is because what they do is they have the carbon fiber sheet, and what they do is when they set in the epoxy, they lay a layer over the carbon fiber that's pushing this texture into it, and so once it dries, it indents the texture of the sheet that they placed over. And what they do is they just peel the sheet off, and underneath it leaves that grippy texture left. Underneath the carbon fiber scales, it looks just like the Stabenza and the other carbon fiber that you see. They're really high glossy little squares, but on the top here, due to that peel ply, it leaves a very grippy finish. As you can see here, it's got 3 Torx bits holding the entire frame of the knife together, and we have one big fat pivot Torx bit for the knife pivot. The knife is very smooth. It's got a little bit of click to it. Very easy to deploy, like fast. Shoots right out. Lockup is really early on this one, real nice. Lock bar is all the way engaged, but it is early on there. The teeth on the liner lock are very sharp in comparison to other liner locks that I've had. Very toothy, really grips in the thumb, easy to close. Lockup, really big snap. What's cool too is that large cutout here. Instead of just using my thumb to push over this way and go down, what you can do is I give a full grip like this, and my index finger comes down. As you can still see the liner. My index finger comes right here and just squeezes, and the blade goes away, and I just push forward, and I just close. So that's one cool thing with the military. You pinch and push down. So that's a lot easier than using your thumb, because those things are sharp and does kind of eat up your thumb a bit until you build up a nice callus. Man, this thing is, the BG-42 steel is really sharp. It's easy to touch up. Let's see here. I'll get some paper to slice real quick. This thing. Oops. I guess I need to touch this up again, but as you can see there, really clean cuts where I do have it sharp. Has been a while since I've sharpened it, but as you can see, really nice clean cuts on the knife where it is sharp. So this thing is really easy to touch up. I love the blade sweep on it. There's tons of sweep there, just really thin. The blade is not quite centered. A lot of the militaries are not centered. Some are. You could do some pivot adjusting yourself to change that. It's got a pretty decent sized lanyard hole if you want to use a lanyard. It is set up for tip down pocket carry, right hand only, which I'm fine with, and I carry it in the back right pocket anyways. And some people complain because you got that much sticking out, but that's just good to grab. So that's pretty much the rundown on this knife. Edge retention of the BG-42 is very good. Like I said, it has been a while since I've touched this thing up, probably a couple weeks, longer than I should. But it's seen lots of use at work. It's a cardboard and plastics and zip ties and pretty much the usual stuff I face. Nothing too hard, but a little bit more than light task, I would say. And this makes just an excellent cutter and knife overall. And just honestly, just the slimness. This thing just shrinks in the pocket. Huge knife, but just shrinks in the pocket due to its lightweight and just how big it is. It really is shocking. So really nice knife. As you can see here, it's a mini plastic Zytel G10 backspace. I'm not sure. And yeah, those are pretty much all my thoughts and opinions on the military. If I missed anything, you can ask questions in comments below, or send me a message or whatever. And yeah, so that's my carbon fiber BG-42 military. Hope this video wasn't too long or too boring. I know it's been a while since I put up a knife review. And yeah, still got more to come for the LUM and also the Spyderco Cricket. Alright guys, take it easy.